Hello everyone, and welcome to a low quality video. Today, I am walking along this random road here, right next to I-5. Very good. The video quality on this phone can't get any lower than 720p. I was hoping for standard definition, but that doesn't exist. Anyway, my car is in for service, so I decided it'd be a great time to just take a walk and explore a little bit. Well, there's this really annoying plant behind me that is very loud. I'm not sure what they do, but it creates a lot of noise, so they are making that anyway. They have some interesting street lights. As you can see here are some, well, I guess you could call them McGraw, no, they aren't McGraw Edison. They're the Krauss-Heinz L150s, but everybody doesn't like to call it that. They like to call it the OV15 Westinghouse 4th generation. Well, yes, but for a while there, Krauss-Heinz did have the name to that. And I have one of those lights. It does say Krauss-Heinz in it. So I think for some time, after Westinghouse got bought out, it was called that. Anyway, looks like we're by whatever exit that is. And I'm using the front-facing camera so I can at least look a little bit professional with this. Not that any of it is professional anyway. But as we are coming up here, we find out that this road is closed. So, not sure why. Puyallup Avenue Bridge. I believe that's the Highway 99 bridge that takes you into Tacoma. Well, obviously that bridge is shut down for whatever reason, probably because it's ancient. And you have to take whatever that other highway is over to get to downtown. Anyway, we're gonna walk up here because according to the sign way back there that this road is closed, it says it's only closed until today, August 31st. So whatever it is, it must be done or near completion. After all, it is a Saturday. That is one real banged up sign. That must have came flying off of the highway up here and just got tossed right down here. Absolutely. Up there is one of the casinos. I believe that one is the Emerald Queen Casino or something like that. Looks like we have an old bridge over here, probably for the train tracks. And of course the I-5 bridge that goes over the little water here. Not sure what the water's name is, but it goes over it because it's a bridge. Yes, so anyway, there's a door. So somehow you can get back there. It looks like they're slowly building the bridge here. Construction stuff. I'm being quiet in case there's somebody behind that door. I don't know why else there would be sandwiches and toilet paper. And there is Interstate 5. Quiet day, nobody's here because, well, it's Saturday. Why would they be working on anything? So it looks like we have some lights on that side of the bridge. You can see the wall packs there. Let's use the zoom lens. Take a closer look at them. Look at those big straps that go all the way around the pillar. Isn't that interesting? They probably want to do that instead of drilling into it so it doesn't hurt its structural integrity. Now we have cranes. Lots of cranes. There's the new pillars. I'm guessing it's very similar to whatever's behind there. And up here we have Porta Pottyville. Information. And as I'm just standing here thinking about it, my best guess is that these must be the Highway 99 bridges. And then of course we have I-5 here. I'm assuming that this will be another I-5 bridge eventually. But right now it shares the big one. And these being older, that's why it's my guess that they're the 99 bridges. But I don't know. All the stuff that I'm telling you, I don't know. I'm just making assumptions. But it is a nice older construction. Seems to be holding up well. A device for children. Not too sure what it is, but it's colorful. But I can tell you what's more interesting than the child device, this barrel. The blackberries, they're everywhere. Anyway, let's take a look. Oh, okay, there we go. At this GE fully cut off optics M400 here. I can't really tell the sticker, but it's probably 250 or 400 watt. Yeah, I don't see many 200 watt high pressure sodium ones, although maybe it is, I'm not too sure. I really like this design with the circular bottom for the glass piece. It's just a really neat design because it's circular. It reminds me of the crime fighters in Chicago. Probably is the same piece, of course, but Chicago has the drop-down circular refractor, where here it's just a glass sheet. So probably the same circular design they used for both. Never really thought about that until now, but they're interesting lights. I enjoy them. So this must be the Puyallup Avenue Bridge, which is probably Highway 99, not whatever I thought it was. Those over there must be older I-5 bridges or something. But as you can see, they have paved it. And it looks like it's very new pavement. Oh my gosh, it's so shaky. But there you can see it. I guess they didn't pave all the way. It looks like they just went to the edge of the bridge there. But if this is open, it would definitely be nice because you have to go all the way over to another bridge over there just to get across. So it'll be nice to have this open again. However, doing the other bridge, I believe it's like, what is it, like 500, 512? I don't know what it is, really. But some highway over there. But it dumps you right in downtown, which is kind of convenient if you have to go there. Where this just puts you on the side. So anyway, nice old bridge. I was wondering if they were tearing it down or what they were doing. It looks like they were just trying to spruce it up and maybe fix it a bit. Looks like it still needs paint though. A little rusty in spots. That's certainly an old arm, now with LEDs on it. Same with those. Cool though. I'm sure back in the day they were mercury vapor of some kind, and then high pressure sodium, and well, now they're LED. A more modern installation with some 400 watt floodlights. Let me change the, whoa, there we go. Okay, change the exposure too much. But yeah, now you can see them. So apparently the highway is 509. It's right there. That's the one that you have to take to get over to Tacoma. If you're going down Highway 99, that is, you'll have to do a little detour to do that, and they even show it on the sign there. Milwaukee Way, a little piece of Wisconsin. Here we have some hanging red flashing lights, of course telling you to stop as you're getting off of the 509. The train tracks that come into the port here, or leave it rather. I suppose it does both. Anyway, they certainly squeeze out the mud in the here, but that's where they come from. So of course here, where they keep all the big containers, they like to use these high mast fixtures. However, not on high mast poles, as you can see. They're just on regular wooden poles, but there certainly are tons of them. I'm guessing they're 1,000 watt or maybe 400 watt high pressure sodium. I don't think they'd put the little extra money into getting metal halide when it's not really worth it. All you're doing is lighting up a yard. But it's very interesting that they used wooden poles instead of the actual high mast ones. I suppose it all comes down to some type of cost savings, but I suppose they do make cherry pickers that do go up that high. Just really neat to see. You know, I say really and neat and cool and all that kind of stuff a lot, don't I? You know, when I think about it, when I go and watch the videos and put them together, and I say all that stuff, I think, is it really what I mean? Or am I just trying to fill in stuff? Well, when I think about it, that kind of stuff is interesting to me. The lighting and the way it's set up and everything about it has always been interesting to me. My hair looks terrible. I don't know why it matters. But yeah, all that kind of stuff's interesting. The pole choice, whatever it may be. I guess I don't know of any other interesting, oh see, there I go again, saying words just to fill in something. I don't really know what I'm saying anymore. But I say a lot of that kind of, oh, that's cool, and that's interesting and whatnot. But in a way it is to me. And I hope it is to some of you in the audience as well. So we can all enjoy this interesting world of lighting together, I suppose, and whatever else that I find intriguing. I guess that's a different word that could be used. Yeah. Also, try not to say a lot. I try that myself, but there that goes again too. Whatever. There's all kinds of things that you should be, but you don't have to be perfect in every way, like not saying and saying the word interesting 1,000 times. Yeah. Here's some of those generator-powered light stand things. Looks like it's 1,000-watt metal halide. Of course, the reduced envelope size, so it fits in there. And here's the circular design that you usually actually see a little more often than these square ones. A whole parking lot, or whatever, full of what looks like Kia cars. They must have came in from overseas or something, and here they are being staged and waiting for sale. That's my guess, because they all have white tops on them. Some type of plastic covering, I assume, to keep it in a decent enough condition until the point in time that it finds its new owner. So down there is where they pick up the containers off of the ships and put them onto trailers, as you can see there. Pretty cool. So as I start my way back, I just wanted to stop here. I got a train behind us, thought that was kind of neat. And there goes a red car. Also interesting, because you know we're using those words a lot today. And that was a metal grate. Anyway, we're just kind of talking about whatever here. And I put my head off to the side so that you can kind of see behind me, maybe see something interesting, but now the exposure is all messed up because I'm underneath these trees. But that's okay. Anyway, I want to say a big thank you to everyone that comments on the videos. I do appreciate it. I do enjoy reading all the comments. I know, like I said before, I don't really reply to anything, and that's just because it's so busy with work. I do about like 55-hour weeks. I know some people do way more, and that's probably even more, you know, stressful. But it's okay. What I do, I enjoy, and it goes really well. So, no complaints there at all, other than there's not much time to do this. But that's okay, like I've said. Anyway, yes. Dating light bulbs. So, you know, you can use date codes, especially on GE boxes. It tells you a little bit on how to do it. But incandescents or anything, I know you can date them, and some people leave in the comments the date of the bulb that I've shown in the video, and that's really cool. I really appreciate that. However, I don't know how you do that, especially for like incandescents and stuff. I don't know if there's documentation out there that tells you how, or if it's just a secret, and something like that. I'm not too sure. Something that's passed down from generation to generation. I don't know, I've never really searched Google looking for documentation on how to date incandescent bulbs, for example, or fluorescent tubes or anything like that. But it'd be cool to know exactly how it's done. But again, you know, thank you to those who put in the comments that information. I find it very interesting. Again, with those words. So look at this light. I like how it has this lens on it that focuses it in two directions. So that, of course, when the train is coming, they can tell from far away that it's lit up. Unique. I'm not too sure what it represents, the little white light, but you see them on these little boxes by the train tracks. Maybe just to indicate that they're all working. Not too sure. Thinking about the little clip there with the little light on the train station thingy, I don't know a lot about a lot of things when it comes to that kind of stuff, or exact street light names. You get to know them after a while, experiencing them, having a couple in your collection, things like that. But there's a couple that I haven't nailed down, such as the difference between the American Electric 113 and 115. I know the door is ever so slightly different or something like that. But I don't know everything. And sometimes in videos I leave out information that I think might be right or it might be wrong. I don't know. So I just leave it out. But maybe I should just put it in, and if I'm not right, we can all learn together and figure out what is right, what is the correct model, correct identifier, whatever it may be. But that's one thing that I've always worried about with these videos, is if I'm providing the right information. But I don't know everything, and nobody really does. But just more thoughts. Well, I tell you what, I really do enjoy making these random videos for you. Just sharing a little bit of what I do in the day. Obviously, we're just waiting for the car to be worked on, but yeah, just sharing the random stuff around and being able to talk with all of you is really cool. I don't know what else to say about it, really. Other than, like I've said 1,000 times, I appreciate all of you. It's really amazing. But I hope you enjoy these, or this random video. I don't know, you know, it just kind of came to my mind. Let's just make a random video about all this stuff. And see the lighting outside. No, actually, I thought a little bit, when I was younger and didn't do YouTube, I just took photos of the street lights and things like that. Would you want a video of those pictures put together where I talk about it? Or would that be kind of boring? It is older stuff before LEDs came around, so that might be a little bit interesting. Anyway. These are at the Earthwise place. That's a location that I've shared in some previous vlogs. Thought they were interesting. And here are some of those really cool flat side Philips. Well, they were Westinghouse originally, but then Philips got that, of course. Those, I don't know if they were AT or what the exact size identifier for those kind were. I was really tempted on picking them up because I really do like that specific design. Look at that thing. I had one of those when I was younger, and I don't know what happened to it. Probably broke, but it's really cool. At a different restore here, we found these, or I found these, whatever. They're found. They're 250 watt, high pressure sodium bulbs, but in a deluxe, or not deluxe, it's a diffused coating. Just a standard coating. Here is a 1000 watt metal halide bulb. If it was 1000 watt mercury vapor, of course I would have picked that thing up. And here is the high pressure sodium bulb again, with its diffused coating. Probably should have picked one of them up, but I don't have a use for it, and it's $4. Maybe next time. But cool to find. Here, we are at another restore. Oh no, it's actually the same one, down a different aisle. This is one of those 400 watt low bay fixtures because it has a cover on it. And here's some incandescent hanging can lights. I always thought those are cool. Would be neat if it was high intensity discharge or something like that. So over there is the Tacoma Mall, and here is the old Toys R Us. The interesting thing here is that, look, mercury vapor, and I'm guessing high pressure sodium, unless that is just very yellowed. We do have some different ones mixed in, but they're all lit up. How unique is that? I've taken a picture of some three-headed ones, I believe in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And here they are again at another Toys R Us, but in Tacoma. Very cool lights. I love the design. It kind of looks like a Chicago crime fighter, but of course in a shoebox shape. You just can't get enough of them. Very unique. And of course, Toys R Us. Of course, after getting the car back, I had to go to the restores and all that kind of stuff. Didn't find anything at the restores, as you saw there, but I did go to the second use building place and picked this up along with a second one. Now these are used for, I'd say, photography, painting, any of the arts, anything in the arts category. It had a 100-watt incandescent, just a standard one in it, but it could definitely take something of higher power because it does have a ceramic socket. I put this PL adapter in it because it fits perfectly, and I love these little 5-watt PL adapters. Very cool stuff. Anyway, it does have a sticker on the side here. So that's the brand of this particular one. It does have its mounting hardware, but it didn't come with a stand. Of course, this would be on a stand, so you could point it at your subject or whatever. That's the whole idea. Of course, we have a little wooden knob here. It is wood. I thought it was plastic, but it's wood, as you can see. We do have a very nice switch here. Very cool. So that's that. I did pick up another one, like I said. It's orange, so let's take a look at that. In our kitchen here is where I hung the other one. This one is orange, as you can tell. I really like the orange. And it's probably like 14-inch reflector on this thing. It's really big. It had a clamp around it right here, but I removed it so that it could be used for hanging instead of having a clamp hang off of it. It also had a wooden piece for moving the light instead of getting, you know, your hand burned. But I just unscrewed it and moved it further up the cord so it's a little hidden there. But anyway, right now I have this little 60-watt A15 shaped bulb in there. Why such a small one? Well, in the filament LED style, that's all I could find at the Home Cheapo for filament LED bulbs. I don't know why I couldn't find a A19 shaped one, so we just have this little tiny appliance one in here, but it works good because when you're standing here, you don't necessarily see it, so it's not really glaring in your eyes. Works good. Really cool lamp. Inside of the orange one is this one. This is what I was trying to explain. I picked these up a while back for a different application, but they work well in these lamps. They just use such low power. Well, my hand is really shaky right now. And very compact in size, but also very bright. Anyway, they work good for what I'm using them for, just random things. A while back, I picked this up. These, well, I have two of them. Another one's out of its package, and I just have it sitting on the table out there. I paid $3 a piece for it. Now that's a little steep for what I want to pay for this kind of stuff. I'm really cheap when it comes to a lot of things. But it's a cold cathode CFL, and that's the reason I wanted to pick them up. It's because those are getting pretty hard to find, and it's kind of in a period between the regular compact fluorescence that we see still, even though LEDs are around, and the LEDs themselves. It's really cool technology, but of course in a CFL. Now they use these little cold cathode tubes straightened out for LCD displays and things like that. Of course now they're LED, but same type of idea in a light bulb. Very cool stuff. I like finding that kind of, you know, points in history of lighting. Also picked this up at the Value Village for $2. It's a 35-watt high-pressure sodium bulb. Nothing too special there. Picked it up because, of course, that is 35-watt high-pressure sodium. Okay, jumping back. This is for the orange light. This is what was on it but I took it off, of course, to hang it up. Same type of idea, it would go on a stand. These things I already had. And these I picked up at a Goodwill along with this keyboard. I got the keyboard for $5. It was dirty, I cleaned it up, and it works just fine. No issues, but it works well with the G5 here. I did have the standard one that would go with it, but I really like this style. I use it quite a bit. Anyway, back to these. These I got for $1 a piece because they didn't have a sticker on them, but they come in handy if you have any of those thin lamp cords. These GE Quick Connect plugs work really well. I usually find them in the brown color, but these are ivory colored, so that's pretty cool, and I love that they're in their original packaging. Really neat stuff. There's the different ones that they had in my collection. Let's see, I have one of those, it's in brown, and I have one of these in ivory, but I've never seen the other three. This thing I picked up along with these. It was inside of one of them, and it's a Eagle Flasher, Winker as they call it. I have one of these in orange, but this one's blue. This one only does 100 watts, where the orange one does 660 watts. So that is that stuff. It's been a couple days since I've made the rest of these videos that you've been watching here in this compilation, as you could call it, I suppose, and I forgot to make an ending clip. So here we are. Once again, as always, I really do hope you enjoyed, and also please comment, rate, share, and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.